Sorry about the noise, but that's the way it goes on the back. So I'm now recording over. This is the village as we're looking from the ship as we're just about to go out to Spinalonga. Spinalonga was a leper colony in Greece, and it was the oldest one and the last. Spinalonga was also a Venetian, how do you put it, fortress, which was occupied by the Turks at one time, which was the Ottomans, and it was generally a very rich place. This was our first proper sight of it from the sea. Now we're actually going away from Spinalonga now. We've been on the island, we've had a bit of a conducted tour, but it doesn't leave you enough time to properly go around the island, so we will do it next year. We're going to go back to Crete because there's areas we want to see, and ours was a very conducted tour. As you can see, the fortress was well made. The island used to be attached to the mainland from the other side, but then was dug out at a later date. That is the castle walls at the seaside. As you can see from the big ramparts as you come in through the channel, which would have been the channel to go in, then you would have been basically blown to hell. So that's the way they are. Absolutely wonderful people. The next section, which is this, is actually coming back from this supposed barbecue, which was rubbish, and a swim, which we didn't really want to do. But as you can see, we're looking from the seaside now, coming back in. Now all the housing and everything else is on the other side, and it's very good. But as you can see, when we get a bit closer in, there is a Russian bit in the middle, so we don't really want to look at her much, but we'll have to, I'm afraid. It just gets to be a little bit imposing. There's a lot of Russians on these trips, and they've got out, basically. But you can see the bastion on the left-hand side of the island. That was basically what I was talking about, the big round bastion. Now, the channel only was on the left hand side. That was the only deep water channel at one time, and of course if you had to sail past that, you had the low level ramparts, which you saw clearly in the other film, and all they did was basically blast you from there, and then when you got into the main part, the big bastions and the lower ramparts were all armed with cannon and just basically sank you. So it was a well-protected harbour, and as a big well-protected harbour, it was very rich. But like I say, we would like to have gone round more of the island, but that's the way it goes. Anyway, just carry on watching and enjoy. I'll keep the volume down for the noise of the wind, because the wind was very strong that day. Thank you. That little bit of music is from Zorba the Greek, so you can imagine what it's like. Thank you, bye. Now you're coming up again and looking at the Great Bastion. Obviously it is now much more imposing with the lower ramparts and the large bastion on top. Now just as we're coming through, you'll see the landing area where we landed. It's only €1 per person, which is roughly equivalent to 90 pence per person, and you get to go around the island. You can stay on there as long as you like. The cost, if you go by bus and to there, and then go by the water bus over, and on the return and everything, it'll cost you, but for two of you, somewhere in the region of about £20 for the day. Now, like I said, we went by organised tour and we were basically ripped off. It was too expensive. and I was most annoyed because I couldn't get round to see the island properly. As you can see, the bastion carries on going down here, and if I zoom out, which I have done, you can start to see there's more buildings on the left hand side of the bastion, and the whole side of this island is taken up. They still have an operating water system there, so it works today, so it's not bad, it's good. It's a nice place to go. It's very hot, there is no shade. I mean, when we were there it was 35 plus, so you can tell it was a really hot day. Even though the wind was blowing, it was an extremely hot day. Anyway, that's it for me. Good night and goodbye.